Reminder to raise your hand and state your name and affiliation if you want to ask a question. To kick things off, Rafa, could you share your initial thoughts on today's match, please?
Yeah, not the best start, honestly, and probably the best finish. Yeah, I finished playing well. The fourth set had been a good level of tennis for me, important improvement. The rest of the things I have room to improve, but yeah. That's it. It's a victory in 4 sets. Spent 3 hours on court again. That helps.
Rafa, Rob Moore from The Sun. There was a 50-minute delay between the rain coming down and the time that you started playing again. Do you know the explanation of why it took so long for that to happen? And was that quite challenging as well?
That's part of the tennis. No complaint about that at all. I think at the beginning they thought that going to be just a quick shower, so they didn't want to close the roof straight away, so they wanted to keep playing outdoors. That's the information that I have, and I respect that and I understand. We're playing in an outdoor tournament, so if the prediction was a quick shower, why not? Then the situation changed. So having a longer shower, so then decided to close the roof. So no problem at all. I think they did the right process. It's true that maybe we could close the roof like 3 minutes before, because it's true that take a long time because the court was wet when they come back, and even when we are playing, when we came back, the court was more slippery.
Rafa, Anton Wereravel, La Repubblica, Italy. What do you think about your next opponent, which is Lorenzo Sonego? And how are you going to deal with that and with him?
Well, it's a third round match against a player who already won 2 matches. He's a player with a very positive attitude, good serve, great forehand. Third round match against a difficult player. So the only thing that I can expect is a difficult match, and I need to play well. That's the only way to have chances to keep going. I know him. I like the way that he plays, and I think he's a very dangerous opponent.
Hi Rafa, Will Ryder for Kent Live. Just a quick one about Iga Swiatek. She gets asked a lot about her admiration for you and how you inspire her, but how much inspiration do you draw from her own incredible run of form this year?
Well, I texted her a couple of times because it's unbelievable the way that she's playing, and it's unbelievable the way that she's able to hold the concentration and the winning spirit for such a long time. So yeah, I think it's something very difficult to make that happen, that she's able to do. I don't think she's losing a match since Indian Wells, if I'm not wrong, and that's amazing. I think when she's playing well, it's very difficult to stop her, because her shots are a little bit different, with a lot of power, and she's able to move well. Yeah, and when she's with confidence, I think she has a shots that are very difficult to stop for the rest of the girls. So yeah, I like her. I think she has a very positive attitude, fresh air for the world of tennis. Happy that a good girl like her is having a lot of success.
Hi Rafa, Rieth Samurai from the Daily Mail. I've noticed a few members of your entourage wearing masks, avoiding handshakes and all the rest of it. Obviously we've seen what's happened with Berrettini and Cilic. Are you guys taking a few extra precautions? Is there sort of more of a sense of paranoia at the moment about what's going on?
No paranoia at all. Reality, that's the thing. A good friend of mine today had to pull out, like Roberto Bautista, with another case. when this kind of stuff happens, it's because probably around are a lot of cases. So I am not doing many things, just staying here and staying in the house, not going out at all anymore. That's part of this challenging world that we are facing the last couple of years. I am not saying that we are not doing the things the proper way, because at some point we need to open everything again, and we need to be free and have a normal life, because looks like the COVID now is less dangerous in terms of creating very dangerous health problems. But at the same time, when you open, these kind of things can happen. So nothing to add. That's it.
Hi Rafael, Yasin Tennis, congratulations for your victory. In a few weeks ago, Jelena Dokic shared on her Instagram account a few personal things about her life, but also a few things about mental health. Please tell me, what do you think about the fact now a few champions and also a few former champions talking about this subject with honesty?
Well, first thing that I can say, I feel very sorry for all the people who went through some mental issues, and of course now it's something that is very ¿cómo se está de moda? ¿Cómo se dice eso?
Trendy, very common today.
Yeah.
Very common today.
It's very common today talking about all these kind of issues. Honestly, it's a tough thing, but at the same time, people now feel more free to talk about all these issues that probably in the past were the same kind of issues, and the people take it more private. And it's true that we're in a world now that with all the social networks and all this stuff, people feels more free to speak about all the problems and all the feelings that we are having diary, and that's it. No, the most important thing is, if that helps, welcome.
Rafa, it's a general question for you. It seems like there's a lot of focus on when great athletes are going to retire, especially great older athletes are going to retire. Do you think that there's too much focus on that in general, and what's your philosophy about retirement in general?
My philosophy is a couple of weeks ago I was close to it. Now I don't feel that way. That's my philosophy. I something that I am not. I never had fear about that day. I think I am happy that I had a very happy life outside of tennis, even if tennis is a very important part of my life for the last 30 years. I have been happy outside of tennis, without a doubt. I have a lot of things that I like to do away from tennis, so I'm not worried about that. But of course, when that day arrives, it's gonna be a change, and all the changes in this life takes a while, and you need to adapt to the changes. But it's normal that the people talks about retirement of the great athletes, because in some way the athletes that have been for such a long time in the top of the game, and even more in a more popular sports, become part of the life of so many people. And happens to me the same with some football players, with golf players. For example, personally, I love to see Tiger Woods playing, and now I am not able to see Tiger Woods playing that often. So in some way that's a change in my life too, and probably people will think the same like me as a fan when Roger is not playing, or when Novak is not playing, when I'm not playing, or when any football or basketball or any sport are not playing, because they become part of the daily life of the people because they are an inspiration. Okay.
Josh Jones from The Sun. We saw Emma Raducanu wearing one of your T-shirts in here a couple of days ago.
Sorry, say it again?
Emma Raducanu wore one of your T-shirts in here. Have you had much interaction with her? And she lost yesterday, having won a Grand Slam young. Have you got any advice for Emma at this stage of her career?
I am not a big fan of advices, honestly. No, I think people who is next to the player have normally the best advices, because they know the situation and the personal situation of the person. No, but I think I honestly never had a big interaction with her, but I was very impressive when I saw her winning the US Open. I think it was last year. No, I saw the final, and the way that she played was unbelievable. And then it's difficult to manage all this kind of success at very early stage of your life, no. But I wish her all the very best. I think she's a very important character for our sport, and I know she's having a tough year. But in the other hand, she already won a slam at very early stage of her career, so. That gives her, I think, calm to take her time to keep improving and to keep having chances in the near future, and I really hope that she will.
The last English question.
Rafa, you just spoke about Emma. What about Coco Gauff? What interaction have you had with her, and what are your observations of her maturity as a young person?
It's a similar case. The only thing that she doesn't win a slam yet, but she started very early. I like her the way that she talks to the crowd, to the press at the end of the matches. She's fresh, she is natural, and looks, very mature, no, in her thoughts. So. I think she's a fighter. I like the way that she plays. She fights for every ball. Even sometimes when she's not playing that well, she keep fighting till the end, running for every ball. I think if she's able just to improve a little bit with this physical performance that she has, probably we will talk about a player that she will be multi-Grand Slam winner.
Thank you. We'll move on to Stanley.
Thank you.
Thank you.